Hello, my name is Oleksandra, and today I will present you analysis and solution for Throwback Brewery case. Let's start our analysis by defining and naming the problems of the case. And the first one is lack of communication between employees and the founders, which was mentioned in the case. The second one is pay disparity between frontline employees and behind the scene, because frontline employees, which are more than 30%, take all the tips for themselves, while all other employees who were included in the process of delivering happiness to the customer stay without any benefits and gratitude. The next one is lack of separation of founders from the work. Then goes limited management resources because of absence of the manager in the company, as Annette often takes on the role of general manager, and this could lead to a structured workload and the need for a clearer management structure. And the last one is low average salary of the employee, but high rent cost. So as we can see, all of the problems are related to two steps of the management cycle, which you can see on the slide. It is manage and motivate, and we will concentrate more on this part in the next slide. So now let's check goals which company already achieved. And the first one is high employee retention. So employee turnover is less than 5%, which is very, very less than the average in this industry. Then goes good reputation of the company and success. Then strong core values and friendly culture. And the last one is strong customer base. Now let's check main goals which company want to achieve, and the first one is increase of sales. Then goes the make and Throwback Brewery as must stop in New Hampshire. Then improve communication between employees and founders, because Annette and Nicole also understand this problem. And the last one is that Annette noticed in the case the problem of dishonest distribution of tips, as workers are involved in the service of guests, but they are not seen, do not receive any gratitude from the customers. Let's dive more into how we can improve the situation management by objectives, or MBO will help us to set general goals for the company and achieve them. The first step is to set organized objectives, which are to increase sales and awareness of the place, in addition to gaining national recognition, expand the restaurant, and increase employee motivation and communication. After that, it is needed to cascade objectives to employees that are related to individual performance management and SMART goals. What this means: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. The next one is how we will monitor and track results. There are a couple of possible methods like surveys and feedback from the employee side, but we will cover this question in the next slide. The next two steps are evaluating performance and reward performance, which are very related to each other. The best rewards in this case will be some money or other financial benefits, as many of employees with the problem of high cost of the rent. Now let's concentrate more on Cascade's objective for employee and look the performance management process. But I think it is important to mention why we need to concentrate on this part. At least 30% of employees meet everyday customer and clients. What this means that the performance of employees is highly important to success of the company. It is the reason why Annette and Nicole need to improve the performance of the employees. The first step is to set the direction. There are a couple of possible direction, but let's concentrate on communication between creator employees, as well as improved feedback and growth of the employees. It is very important to start with the goals, as all subsequent directions will not succeed if the team can grow and develop. Clarifying roles will make communication between different employees and founders easier. New managers will help to solve some problems and will create some free time for the founders. It means that Nicole and Annette can concentrate more on developing their business and communicating with their team. In addition, to increase the effectiveness of employee, because now they will have the opportunity to solve their problem faster. So clarifying roles means hiring a general manager who will conduct the process of the managers and coach. It will help to free time for Annette, and she will focus more in the future on developing the restaurant and improving other aspects of it. Also, it is important due to the next steps, such as planning and aligning performance. Introducing new managers and coaches will be useful for creating individual development plans and track of goals of each employee. Another important thing is KPIs, which will help us to track the improvement of the company. There are some possible KPIs like average food and beverage taps per person, national press mentions, revenue growth, tip growth, and land review rating. The next important step is monitoring and measuring the results. We need to set some prices time frame after which we will compare the results of the period with another period. For example, we can concentrate results each week, compare results each week. In addition, the total achievement, it will be useful to check every employee's improvement or stagnation. Enabling and enhancing performance, managers and coaches who will support and help employee to achieve their best results. Also, Annette Nicole can try the shadow customer, some people whom they will hire to go to the restaurant and then make a report with some possible strong insights of the employees. For example, they can create conflict situation and observe how waiters and other staff will react to them. Then goes assessing the evaluation of the process. During this step, managers and coaches share their feedback to the employees on how well they performed. During this step, KPIs from different periods are compared to each other. In addition, some feedback from shadow customer side will be very, very useful. The last step is the process, or in this process is reward. In this case, the most efficient will be the monetary reward, the money reward, as the employee salary is not so high. Another possible system of rewards can be a flexible reward system where employee can decide which benefits they want. Also, the reward can be additional training or improvement of skills, which will positively affect in the future company's income. Another problem which we can meet in the case is reward management, because some employees receive tips and receives bigger salaries because of it. So in addition, there should be some relocation of tips, because founders meet the situation where one employee is treated more than another, or this negatively affects the motivation of the other employees who do not receive it. The company can try to use a system like separate tips, where, for example, the waiter can propose to the customer to leave some tips to the cook or other staff if they like the taste of the food a lot. The customer decides the amount which he wants to leave and receives some extra recipe for it to prevent stealing money from the waiter's side. These days, especially in the US, most people use debit or credit cards, or in other ways do not use cash. So during payment with the card, there will be a separate option of leaving some tips for cooks and chefs if they want, and in the end of the day, they will receive it on their banking account. Also, it is important to mention that not only money, but also intrinsic reward should be. So managers should show our employees that they're doing a good job. This is a sum up slide where you can see the problems and potential improvements which we covered during this presentation. So thank you for your attention.